Tonight's headlines: Dizon resigns as BCDA chief. DoLE urged to act versus no jab, no pay policy. COVID-19 cases in the country at 2,727,286. 617 NCR families affected by granular lockdowns. PAGASA warns of possible flooding as dams release water. And Philippine firms seen to raise salary budget. Good evening. Today is Monday, October 18, 2021. I am Miguel Paltagonon and this is Tribune News on Q. Here are the stories for this evening. Testing czar Vivencio Dizon has resigned from his post as president of the Basis and Conversion Development Authority, or BCDA. During the Senate's deliberation on Monday on the proposed 6.487 billion peso budget of the BCDA for 2022, Senator Sonny Angara asked if Dizon already quit from his position. In response, BCDA Executive Vice President Eileen Sosa confirmed Dizon's resignation, which was effective last October 15. Angara also asked if Dizon's resignation had been accepted or it was irrevocable, to which Sosa answered in the affirmative, but stressed that he would continue to be part of the national government's team addressing the COVID-19 pandemic. The Associated Labor Union's Trade Union Congress of the Philippines on Monday barred a no vaccine, no salary policy being implemented by a company in Metro Manila. ALU-TCP spokesperson Alan Tanhusay said such policy is illegal, as he urged those affected by the policy to bring it to the attention of the Department of Labor and Employment for proper action. Tanhusay said a group of employees of a company in the National Capital Region informed them about the policy. He then urged DoLE to issue a labor advisory warning employers against implementing such policy. Health Undersecretary Maria Rosario Vergere, on the other hand, reiterated that being vaccinated against COVID-19 is not a requirement for workers to receive their salaries. The Department of Health reported 6,943 confirmed COVID-19 cases on Monday, to bring the total number of infected in the country to 2,727,286. This brought the active cases to 68,832, and of the total, 79.7% are mild, 5.5% are asymptomatic, 4.5% are severe, and 1.9% are in critical condition. The number of recoveries, on the other hand, rose to 2,617,693 after 19,687 patients recovered from the deadly disease. The death toll is now at 40,761 with 86 fatalities recorded. Data from the DOH also show that 62% of the country's intensive care unit beds are utilized, while 45% of the mechanical ventilators are also in use. Tribune News on Q will be back after these reminders.
Botomoto Halalan 2022, the Daily Tribune special coverage.
Magandang araw mga katribo! Narito na ang mga makakasama nyo tuwing umaga sa programang Gising Na. Roy Pelovelo, Comfy Manalo, Atty. Lia Badillo Crisostomo, Vernon Velasco, Kim Sancha at Jerk Balagtas. Abangan ang programang Gising Na mula alas 8 hanggang alas 9 ng umaga sa Facebook page ng Daily Tribune.
Ilabas na ang mainit na kape at samahan kami sa inyong pag-almusal, mga katribo.
Sama-sama natin alamin ang mga natatagong istorya sa mga latest na kaganapan sa loob at labas ng bansa. Simulan natin ang bawat umaga with good vibes sa mga informative and recreational segments ng aming programa.
Maaari niyo rin ibahagi sa amin ang inyong opinion via Daily Tribune Facebook page at Tribune Now sa YouTube.
Makichika na rin sa latest showbiz happenings mga katribo.
Kaya naman, magkita-kita po tayo mula Lunes hanggang Biyernes alas 8 hanggang alas 9 ng umaga at magsama-sama po tayo sa
Gising na!
Ayon sa World Bank, tinatayang 4.8 hanggang 12.7 milyong toneladang plastic ang sumisira sa ating karagatan taon-taon. Halos 80% nito ang nanggagaling sa Asya. Sa buong mundo, ang Pilipinas ay itinuturing na pangatlong pinakamalaking nagdudulot ng polusyon sa karagatan. Ang nakalalasong kemikal mula sa plastic ay di lamang kumukontamina sa karagatan, ngunit pati na rin sa hanging nilalanghap at lupang ginagalawan natin. Kung magpapatuloy ang kasalukuyang paggamit ng single-use plastics, sa taong 2050, mas marami na ang plastic kumpara sa mga isda na nasa ating mga karagatan. Dahil dito, mas pinaiigting ng pamahalaan ang kampanya laban sa paggamit ng single-use plastics. Nanganganib ang ating planeta. Iisa lang ito. Lahat tayo ay dapat kumilos sa lalong madaling panahon upang pangalagaan ito. Tama na ang plastikan.
Botomoto Halalan 2022, the Daily Tribune special coverage.
In other news, the Department of the Interior and local government said on Monday that at least 617 families were affected by ongoing granular lockdowns in the National Capital Region. DILG spokesperson Undersecretary Jonathan Malaya said 139 areas were under granular lockdowns as of October 15. Malaya noted a downward trend in the number of lockdown areas, which was at 303 on October 1, and at least 34 areas in Manila were under a granular lockdown, 30 in Quezon City, 27 in Pateros, and 10 in Las Piñas. The Department of Social Welfare and Development delivered 30,275 food packs to different local government units in the NCR, according to Malaya. State Weather Bureau PAGASA warned on Monday northern Luzon residents against possible flooding as Magat, Ambulaklao, and Binga dams continued releasing water. PAGASA disclosed that the Magat, Ambuklao, and Binga dams have opened one gate each. In its advisory, the areas likely to be affected are the municipalities of Ramon, San Mateo, Aurora, Cabanatuan, Luna, Reina, Mercedes, Burgos, Nagulian, and Gamo. Meanwhile, with the opening of the gates of Ambuklao and Binga, residents in Bocod and Itogon, Benguet are also at risk of flooding. And in business, Philippine-based companies are optimistic about their businesses next year as employers plan to expand the average salary budget by 5.6% by 2022, the latest survey of global advisory, broking, and solutions company Willis Towers Watson said. The projected salary increase in the country next year is higher than the forecast average increment in the Asia Pacific at 5.3%. The estimated hike rate in the Philippines is higher than the rates of the salary increase in Asia Pacific economies such as Japan at 2.5%, Australia at 3.4%, Taiwan at 3.5%, Hong Kong at 3.6%, Singapore at 3.7%, South Korea at 4.1%, Thailand at 4.6%, and Malaysia in 5%. Companies in China are expected to further increase salaries to employees by 5.9%, Indonesia by 6.5%, Vietnam by 7.4%, and India by 8.8%. That wraps up the stories tonight. Before we go, I would like to thank the SM Store, Araneta City, Department of Tourism, and Overseas Community Affairs Council member Alan Lin of the Republic of China for their continued support. Again, this is Miguel Pao Taganon, and you're watching Tribune News on Cue. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay at home. Good night, and God bless us all.